Ladies and gentlemen, once more, a round of applause for Princess Omotayo Badijo Omotosho MFR. Come on.
I choose to stand on existing protocols, but more importantly, why I decided to come here today is because of the tenacity of purpose that the lady behind this initiative that she has. Very, very tenacious. She is someone I've known since she was a baby. If her mom is my big sister, then she's my daughter. I'm talking of Olah herself. You know that I would have brought to the Honorable Minister Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creativity to this hall today because she wanted to come. Our very own Honorable Minister Musa Musawa Anatu. She'd wanted to come. But a letter came from the presidency assigning you to represent Mr. President in Kaduna, so you wouldn't be able to travel. And that's why she's not here. She then said, okay, don't worry. My sister is going, Ms. Omotosho. She will speak on my behalf. Aside of her, the Director General, Nigeria Tourism, the gentleman that is in charge there now. So we all felt so happy seeing the president appointing the right person to the right position. His name is Olah Awako. I bring good tidings and blessings and his words of encouragement to you all. And I will rest on this premise. A Greek philosopher said, and I quote, and this is what drives me in all that I do. And I see that being replicated with ARTiFACT. What does the Greek philosopher say? I must pass this way, but once. The good I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, nor neglect it, because I may and may not pass this way again. This is what should drive every one of us. The good you can do, do it now. The initiator of ARTiFACT, when she was speaking, Olah, did say that when we started, we didn't even have budget. We didn't have the money. We didn't have the financial wherewithal to pull it through. But they put their trust in God. They were dogged about it. They were visionary about it because they knew where they're going. Today, ARTiFACT is on the right path. Congratulations.
As the newly appointed Director General of NTDA, I remain committed to advancing domestic tourism and expanding global partnerships. Thank you, and I wish you all a successful, enriching, and memorable festival. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the United States of America.
Ophelia Joy here on the red carpet at the first annual ARTiFACT Film Festival 2025. And I'm here with the one and only host.
The most.
Hey. If you guys know anything about this man is a very important person. You got a lot going on. So can you tell the people what you got going on these days?
Right now, if she says so, then I am. My name is Shay Brown. I'm a Nigerian-American comedian, actor, entertainer. And I am the official host for the first day of ARTiFACT 2025 Film Festival, the maiden edition. And you know what? I think I'm just destined to be the first for everything. I'm the first Nigerian to have a comedy special on Netflix. I'm the first to host ARTiFACT 2025 maiden edition.
Can you tell us what was your favorite thing about the event thus far?
Well, I must say every bit of the event thrilled me. Every bit. I wouldn't say I got a favorite, but I would say that with the quality of the panelists. The quality of the panelists, the quality of discourse. It showed that the organizers, Olah and her team, did a good job. They were very, very prepared, and you could see the level of preparation by the quality of ideas that were exchanged. And it's not just exchange of ideas. After the presentation, there was still a time for audience to participate and ask questions. And I was thrilled by everything that I'd seen. Most importantly, this evening, they crowned it up with a beautiful fashion show. Yes. So if you ask me, at this event alone, I've been able to see a combination. I'm a tourism regulator from Nigeria. I have been able to see a combination of adventure tourism, fashion tourism, cuisine tourism, ecotourism, and more importantly, conference tourism. So this event, you might think is just a 2-day event, but I'm proud to say that it's an event that a tourism professional will say that is a combination of about 5-6 tourism types. And this is a place we should be.
Budgeting, we get caught up on how to spend. And this is what you're going to learn at a higher level. Is you go, how did they make a $100 million movie? They made a $10,000 movie. They made a $1,000 movie. It's only zeros. If you can make a budget, if whatever you shot your film for, if you add another zero, you just getting more things, right? You have a little more time. So your budget doesn't really necessarily matter, to tell the truth. It's what you can produce. So when you say $1 million, but it depends on what we produce for $1 million. A lot of budgets, just behind the curtain, it's not the money you see on screen. It's just the money they gave for the production. The production was shot for a lot less. Other people's pockets took some of that. So it's a tricky game when people really get into the minutia, which is why that's what I said nobody's never going to answer that question, because it's not the truth. The people hear the budget and you think, oh, that's the budget. But there's a lot of people who get paid out of that budget.
That's a very actually happy that you from nothing.
Yeah, you can. And
You're just doing cards.
and it'll be good. But also concretely, just so you can take something to think about, is that this is where you having your team and having like your producing partners be important. And the best thing I think I've heard in a long time was Issa Rae was like, people want to network up as opposed to networking across, right? So if you network across and you get a really great DP, right? You get a really good writer, you build a team of like really, really, really great storytellers.
And you go, I want to put this in the movie theater. And they go, okay, what's your deliverables? And you go, I have ProRes, and I got DCP. Where'd you make it? On my laptop. That's not going to do. You need another $100,000. We need to redo your sound. They got to redo everything. For theatrical, it's a whole different thing. Tiffany's point. Netflix is amazing. It's a different requirement. Tubi had a low standard of requirement. It's not the same anymore. They bumped theirs up. So now the budgets will go up because it depends on where you're going. Don't wait till you finish your film and start thinking about, okay, now where do I go? Because you're already limited, you just don't know it. If YouTube is your goal, great, nothing wrong with YouTube. Then you go shoot for YouTube. If you're going to do YouTube, you don't have to go get a $10,000, $50,000, $98,000 camera. Know what you want to do and what your goal is before you start grabbing Reds and Alexas and you know what I mean? Like you don't want to do that. You want to know why. There's no gatekeeper of that stuff. You can apply and submit, and you may not get anything, but you're definitely not getting anything if you don't have the right materials in. Everybody has a quality control, a QC portion that checks everything before anybody really sees it. It has to pass that first. So even though someone tells you, great, we'll take it, we'll look at it, if it does not pass QC, they don't take it back again, you're done. You didn't even look over the requirements. Right? So you want to make sure that you're looking at where you're going to place, and work your way down. You can always go down, you can't always go up. Going up comes at a cost, and it's not the same. If you start there and you work your way down, a lot much easier for you to do.
Assuming you don't have the relationships with distributors already, and you were an enthusiastic filmmaker who just wanted to get their film made, and now after the fact you're trying to figure out where to put it, would you recommend looking into film markets like AFM, or some film festivals also have that as
Very
part
true.
of the program?
Yes, I do agree. I think the festival circuit is starting to shift back to how it used to be. They were sort of kind of arm guarded by the industry with all the top-notch films. But I think it's starting to get back to a place where the independent portion of it is starting to kick back in, and people are looking to buy more independent stuff now. Now that the streaming, all this stuff is balancing out. But again, that's the same thing. So your end game is film festivals. Well, there's a different requirement for like Sundance and Tribeca, and those have a different requirement than, a regular festival, right? And the requirements are different. There's different deliverables. And I'm sure anybody's been to film festivals, some take the DCPs, some do ProRes, some do MP4s, like it depends. And you can tell the quality too. So if you have a raw image and you colored it and it's Rec 2020 or P3Q, or you really did this really high, even when you bring it down to a really small MP4 file, when it projects, it looks amazing. And that helps you win. It helps you get further along in those festivals. I think the market works, but again, you gotta be intentional about marketing, and then you're gonna go to the market, but who's there and what kind of projects are they looking for? Sometimes you just got the right project at the right time. It's not even it doesn't have to be the best project. It's just, we look for one of those, let's buy it. There's an acquisitions department in every company. They acquire thousands of films a year. They just acquire them, pay for them, put them in the bucket. Some of them they put out, some of them they don't. They continue to do it. They do it every year. They met the requirement. It's the type of action movie we like, or the comedy we like, and then people buy it. So yeah, you can definitely do that. But again, I think things have to be intentional.
There's also something called forwalling, which is where you buy out the theaters yourself. But obviously, if money is a constraint, it's kind of like a crowdfunding type of model. And at the top of my head, it's called gather.com. And you put your film in there, and you'll advertise it. And once you get a certain amount there's like a minimum number of tickets that need to be purchased, then they'll screen your film, right? And so the better your marketing team, if you have really robust presence online, they will scale the theater size based on the number of tickets sold. Well, no, there's two. So where you buy it out yourself, and or you go through this gather. There's like three where you're not spending any money. It's that and you split the door with the company.
What about the requirement?
Yeah, right. And the requirements is like depending upon the size. So you start the smallest theater, and you have a certain amount of time to sell it out. If you don't sell it out, they don't show it. And then it's like, oh, well, this theater seats 50. Oh, you got to 75. Now you go to the next theater size, and da-da-da. So that's a way to do it, too.
Also, just say, before you spend $1,500 just to rent out a theater, even though it's nothing, make sure, again, think about the purpose of it. Who are you inviting to see it? Why are you inviting these people? What is the goal? Before you spend a quarter, everything needs to have a specific purpose. If it's to get professional entertainment eyes on it, those professionals, people like them, to come and look at it, who's inviting them? When is it? What time is it? Because that's how you're going to build those relationships. So when you just do your film, when you just have it, you've got some relationships in your pocket, or you're at least starting to build it. Don't spend a quarter if it's not built on relationships and a goal to get it further.
And I'm here with the woman behind this incredible event. Toyin, when I first stepped in and looked at this venue, the decoration and everything, you did a wonderful job. Can you tell us how the planning was for you?
It was good. You know, we had about a month and a half to put this together, and it's the first event for ARTiFACT Festival. So we gave it our all, and we're about the culture, we're about the community, we're about storytelling, and we just super excited to showcase films, global films. It's not only African films, it's global films, and so today was really powerful, and we're just so proud to be supporting this type of event.
That is amazing. And speaking of global, I heard that there were some films from Brazil, from Iran, from Nigeria, Ghana. That's amazing. How did you guys reach so many people from across the globe?
Yeah, so Olah, who is the festival director for this, she is a film director herself. She has her film actually premiering tonight, Ima. And so we reached out on Film Freeway, which is the platform for a lot of films, and we got so many. We got over 100 submissions of films, amazing films. We couldn't show every film during this year's festival, but we have next year and we have the following year, and so we're just excited to keep receiving submissions from all over the world.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight to the first edition of ARTiFACT Festival 2025. We're about to showcase some amazing designers: Melissa Malone, Olah, Scenes After Couture, and Mike Silla, and Ms. Kamei. So please enjoy the evening. Bye is the goal, but enjoy the show. Thank you so much.
here with one of our writers, semi-finalist, and actor. Congratulations, first and foremost. Oh my gosh. So tell us your name and
Mike Nielsen.
there we go. And what made you enter into this film festival?
You know, we shot this movie over the summer, and it's from a personal experience of being in a caregiver support group. And I was going through all the Film Freeway submissions for short film festivals, and this one really stood out as something interesting. It's local. I'm local in LA, and I wanted to do something local in LA. And I just thought it was really fun to do something that's local and here, and I went for it, and I got a semifinalist out of it.
Semi-final, that's a big accomplishment. Congratulations. So how long have you been writing and acting?
I've been doing it for like about 20 years now. Yeah, a while. And mostly started off stand-up comedy, actually. Yeah. And then sort of transitioned to writing because I got tired of being out late at night. So that's how I ended up doing that sort of thing.
So I just did a panel with a group of producers and a director, writers, and I wondered if you had any thoughts on how creatives can leverage their intellectual property and royalties as long-term income sources.
That's a fantastic question. I really think it goes down to contract negotiations when it comes to that. You know, I'm not fully well-versed into that space of, you know, how long you get the royalties for. I think it's all really embedded into the contract. But you know, you can use those streams of income to be able to finance certain things, especially, you know, with our credit union. But, you know, aside from just those streams of income, you could even still use like your personal assets to be able to produce some sort of funding with different financial institutions. Like many of us may own homes and we have equity that we've built in, and you can leverage that to be able to fund a project if you wanted to. Or, you know, we may have other assets that you could leverage, like a vehicle or something. But going back to your question around intellectual, the funds that you receive from intellectual property, I think it really goes down to those contract negotiations of how long you will be receiving those, just because there are some financial institutions that may or may not count the income if it's not going to be incoming for X amount of period. Like if in the contract is we're not going to pay you more than 12 months, then many financial institutions won't consider that income because it's not going further beyond that. So I guess the piece of advice that I would get is just to clearly understand what those contract terms say and how long you will be receiving those funds.
Well, you're one of our designers who showcased her beautiful collection. Can you tell us who you are and then what was the collection you showcased?
I showcased my holiday collection, and I'm Melissa Pallone of the Pallone Collection. So, yeah.
And the collection was so beautiful. Can you tell us more about it, like the style, the fabric?
I use a lot of sequins, a lot of golds, blacks, really rich jewel tones as well, like emerald green for pops of color and red. So it was a beautiful showcase tonight.
How long have you been modeling for?
My name is Raina Grace, and believe it or not, it's only been about 5 months.
Girl.
Yeah, but I've been all over the place. I actually got to do London Fashion Week. I just came back from touring 12 countries in about 2.5 months and just adventuring and living life. And this is my first ARTiFACT, and it's just beautiful. I mean, it's been really amazing to see all these melanated women and just people in general coming together, and it's so authentic, and you feel the energy and seeing everyone support one another, and it like literally just gets you hype, you know? And so like this, I feel like fashions is so much more than the clothes that you wear or the designs. It's like when people can come together and we can all relate, and it brings people together, and then it's like you encourage one another and inspire one another, and it's such a beautiful thing to witness. And yeah, so I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be a part of this, and this is just the beginning, you know?
I'm here with our jewelry designer. Can you tell us your name and how long have you been designing for?
My name is Emma Roberts, and I'm the designer behind Desert Daisy Jewelry. I have been working on my jewelry designs for about 14 years now.
Wow. And I can tell because your design is quality work. Can you tell us more about the design, especially the one you have on right now?
Yes. So tonight I showcased my flower petal earrings, and these are all individually sewn by me. They're made with silk and pearl, and the ones that I'm wearing are hand painted, so I can customize to do all different flowers. So if you saw on the runway, we saw some ombre ones, some hand painted, some silk dyes. There's a lot of variation.
My business name is Molash, and I've been a makeup artist for, I want to say, about 10 years. And, talk about, runway makeup, movie makeup, all kinds of things, even to the, glams for weddings and all of that. So I do all of it. So
that is awesome.
Yeah.
So what was the look for today's fashion show?
So today we were going for glam. We were going for, things to show like African creativity and things like that. So that's kind of what we're going for. Bold, beautiful, and elegant.
How do you feel about like how filmmakers can use storytelling to challenge stereotypes and show underrepresented community?
Centered in culture, like very not apologetic, not trying to say, oh, I'm sorry, it's like, and especially in Ife, which is obviously it's Yoruba. So it's like, these are the stories, and we're gonna tell the stories with our chest. So I think for me as a young person, I never had that thing of like, oh, I apologize for the story, because a lot of the images that I was greeted with were positive and very, very strong. So that's just been from the jump, our culture is just central. Like there's no, I don't have a, you know what I mean? But that's linked to the fact that those are the images that greeted me as a child.
See, it's, being here in Hollywood for 21 years, you see where you're not always able to tell those stories. You're not going to get greenlit. They're not going to say, yes, let me do this series about, you know, this small African village. We want to know more Metropolis, New York, and white faces, and this or other cultures. So it's, you know, so it depends on what step of the process that you're in. Are you in the decision making? Are you the studio exec? Are you the writer who is pushing and pushing? You know, there's so many great scripts out there that haven't been even looked at or read or seen. And so those are the stories. That's why I like doing independent films and smaller budget projects. You know, I'll do the big budgets here, but I like that because those stories tend to be more true, and we're not waiting for that green light by some old man who, you know, is dictating what we're seeing on TV. There's going to be a switch now, of course, with the climate that we're in now. But
you might think a certain thing, but just think it through before you just put it out, because by the time I come from TV world first before I got into film, so I already had that production experience in TV, and I had that, you know, the accolades and, you know, the followers and the people that was in my circle before I got into film. Then get into film was a totally different beast. A lot more responsibility, a lot more control, and that's when I really found that I really need to pay attention and think my writing through, because you just never know who is going to touch, who is going to rub the wrong way. And as a human being, I do take that into consideration, which some artists and writers don't, because it's all about their work, and if they don't get it, they don't get it. But I like to balance both sides of it, because at the end of the day, you know, we up here talking about our work, and people want to have questions, and you want to be able to look someone in the face and be like, I'm proud of what I've done, you know.
My name is Soleil J.A. I'm actually currently signed with EMG Models right now. I've been modeling since I was like 18. Favorite designer to work with? I'd probably say like a dream designer. Oh my gosh! There's so many. Probably like like Gucci or Versace. Just like those sexy, hot, selling.
My name is Janelle Inez, and I showcase my artwork. I only presented one piece of artwork today, and it's a conscious piece. You know, it's about life and love, and what we go through in life and what we get through in life, which is important. Not what you go through, but how you handle what you go through. So I did that, and then I was on the panelists for artists something, but I was on the panel with Olah.
How was that?
It was amazing. There were a lot of good questions. I feel like there were a lot of good, like we got good feedback from people, you know. So that was fun to be able to express yourself on some of the tough questions and some of the easy questions, you know. Yes.
So, this panel we're talking about, art for impact, how art shapes culture, influences change, and drives social impact. So, we'd love to hear from each of you, whoever would like to start. What does art for impact mean to you personally and professionally?
Like art is everything because it starts from within first, and you are allowed to see what we see in our minds. And so one of the exercises that I would do when I was teaching my acting class in Nigeria was called interpretive art. And at the campus, they would have numerous pieces of art from the Nika's art gallery. Yeah. And so I would have the students walk through and take in the pieces and choose one piece that resonated with their soul, that told their story. And then they would have to improv that story. And then we, watching, would have to figure out what piece they were interpreting.
My art is frozen. I take a picture and I freeze a moment in time that took place. So technically, if I was working this particular, I would take a picture of us. And our picture would be seen by next day, tomorrow would be in the newspaper or it'd be on a television show that would talk about the seminar that's taking place today. So I would freeze a moment, and in my world, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
For me, though, art for impact, I feel like, I actually always tell people that media shapes the world. It shapes the way people think. It shapes the way people behave, and it shapes the entire society. A lot of people, a lot of the things that we do, a lot of the culture that we have, whether some people pay to have, it's got to be from media. And it's important for me to ensure that whatever I'm putting out there is positive. So I would say I'm an advocate for positive media. Because if you have to watch it, it has to make sense. And not just make sense. It has to drive you to do something positive. We see a lot of things that, a lot of young people watch a lot of things, and next day they're carrying guns, they're doing a whole lot of stuff and all of that, they're doing drugs and all of that. So for me, it is positive impact, and that is what drives me.
And I'm here with the lady behind this incredible event, the one and only Ms. Olah. I just want to give you your flowers, first and foremost. This event has been incredible. To bring aspiring directors, producers together to showcase their film across the globe has been amazing. So what was the vision behind creating an event like this?
I will start with creating a platform for people that actually really need to showcase their art across the globe. Also, I was telling someone backstage, and I was like, I'm creating a platform I'm creating opportunities that I wish someone had created for me. And, they always say, instead of waiting for a seat on the table, why not just build a damn table? So I'm like, okay, let's build this. We can as well build the building, build the country, and the continent eventually.
Is there any last final thing you would like to say before we end this beautiful interview?
Your dreams are valid. Wake up and pursue it. Work towards it, and the sky is just your beginning. It might not be easy at first, but you'll get it done, and you'll be happy for it. It's better to wake up in your 70s and 80s saying I tried everything I wanted to do, even though I failed, than dealing with the regret of not trying at all. And thank you to all the filmmakers that believed in this festival and submitted their films. Thank you so much. We had submissions from all over the world, and I was wowed. So thank you. You guys did a great job. Even if you don't win an award, trust me, you all did a great job. It was difficult choosing, but thank you so much for believing in us. Thank you.
first one I'm going to call right now is the best feature film. And the winner is Ashwebi Diaries. And the person that's going to collect the award is Sam Ohade. Bros again. All right, let's go. Let me hand it over to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, everybody. This is a great event to see the diverse crowd for this beautiful gathering. This award, this film is a labor of love. Again, this award is a testament to her hard work, and we are extremely grateful. Thank you.
Now goes for the next award that we're going to announce right now is the best international film. CAR, that is K-E-R. Collecting on behalf of CAR is Mira Victor, an award-winning actress. Well, okay. Yeah, because you've been telling me. All right. Congratulations to you. Just a word or two before you go.
Thank you, and congratulations to all of you. Olah, you are fantastic. This is first year and it's already like booming. So thank you so much for everything. And next year we'll be here. Okay, thank you guys. Keep fighting.
Okay. The next award is the best documentary, and the winner for best documentary is 1776. And I think they will collect that award on behalf of 1776. That's all right. Okay, all right. Learn that the award will be given after. Then the next one is best short film. Best short film, and the winner is Book of Sing. Please a round of applause again. Okay. The award will be collected on behalf. And of course, the best new media. The best new media. Bottlenecked. That's the last one there. All right. So those are the awards we have for tonight.
Thank you everyone for being here, especially for people that have been here since morning. Thank you so much. Sam, thank you. Thank you, Mira. Mira was here yesterday all day, and she came here today, and she's been here all day. Thank you so much, Mira. Mrs. Omotasha flew in from Nigeria for this event. So thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you to everyone that is here, to all the designers that showcased, a huge thank you. I know that I'm supposed to talk about the awards, but I just couldn't do that without thanking everyone properly. This is a sacrifice of love and everything. So thank you so much, I appreciate you all. All right, straight to the awards. We had 45 entries from 17 different countries, and it was rigorous. We had 3 stages, the initial selection, and then we had the second stage, which was the semi-finalist, and then we eventually got to the finalist. It was tough, because they were all great movies. And seeing those movies made me realize why I decided to embark on this journey in the first place, why I decided to host this festival. This is a platform for creatives to showcase their works. Creatives that people naturally may not even see. We know how competitive the market is, especially the film industry. Everybody needs a platform to showcase their films. I was going to say products, because I'm a marketer also. But basically their films, and seeing those films just gave me all the encouragement I needed for this event. So thank you to all the filmmakers that submitted their films. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you for your patience, thank you for your love, and thank you for being here.